Have you ever paused during your prayers and reflected on why Surah Al-Fatiha holds such a unique and unparalleled place in Islam? It isn't merely another chapter of the Quran, it is the essence of our connection with Allah. Recited in every rak'ah of every salah by Muslims around the globe, it is more than just a set of verses. It's a profound dialogue with the divine. But are we truly grasping the depth of its message, or are we merely reciting it out of routine? Surah Al-Fatiha is a divine conversation. When you say, "All praise is due to Allah, Lord of all the worlds," Allah himself responds, "My servant has praised me." These aren't just words, they are a two-way communication that can bring you closer to your Creator in ways you may have never imagined. Yet, how many of us genuinely feel that connection? How often do we reflect on the profound meanings behind each word? Known as the opening, Surah Al-Fatiha serves as a gateway to spiritual clarity, emotional healing and steadfast guidance. It is a complete manual for life, addressing every struggle, doubt and longing of the human heart. It's not just meant to be recited, it's meant to be lived. Imagine unlocking its true power. How would it transform your prayers, mindset and connection with Allah? In this video, we'll uncover 10 life-changing secrets embedded in Surah Al-Fatiha. These are not just theoretical ideas, but practical insights that can reshape your view of the world, your approach to challenges, and your bond with Allah. By understanding these secrets, you won't just enrich your salah, but also find solutions to life's challenges. Reflect on this. How often do we rush through Surah Al-Fatiha without letting its words resonate in our hearts? What would change if, for a moment, we truly listened to what Allah is communicating through this surah? Surah Al-Fatiha, a direct conversation with Allah. One of the most profound aspects of Surah Al-Fatiha is that it isn't simply a recitation, it's a direct and personal dialogue with Allah. Every time you recite it, you are speaking to your Creator, and He responds to each verse. This interaction should fill your heart with awe and gratitude. Imagine standing in prayer, uttering the words, "All praise is due to Allah, Lord of all the worlds," and hearing Allah respond, "My servant has praised me." This isn't just an abstract idea, it is a moment of unparalleled connection. In a hadith, Allah says, "I have divided the prayer between myself and my servant into two halves, and my servant shall have what he asks for." When you recite the first half of Surah Al-Fatiha, praising and glorifying Allah, you engage in an intimate act of worship. As you move to the second half, asking for guidance and protection, Allah promises to grant what you seek. This back-and-forth exchange transforms Surah Al-Fatiha into a conversation, not merely a declaration. Consider a time when you felt completely overwhelmed by life's challenges, a moment when no one seemed to understand your pain or provide the support you needed. Now imagine turning to Allah in that state, reciting Surah Al-Fatiha with the awareness that He is listening and responding to you personally. Suddenly, your recitation becomes a source of solace and strength, reminding you that you are never alone. For example, a man struggling with the loss of his job and feeling directionless began reciting Surah Al-Fatiha slowly, reflecting on its words. When he reached, "You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help," he realized that Allah was inviting him to rely solely on Him for guidance and sustenance. This realization brought him peace, and over time he not only found a new job, but also gained a renewed sense of purpose. Surah Al-Fatiha reminds us of Allah's closeness. Imagine a king who allows his subjects to approach him at any time without barriers and personally responds to their requests. Allah's connection with us through Surah Al-Fatiha is infinitely more personal and intimate. It is a direct line to the Creator of the universe, available every time we stand in prayer. The next time you recite Surah Al-Fatiha, pause and savor each verse, knowing that Allah is responding. When you say, "Guide us to the straight path," understand that Allah hears your plea and is ready to guide you, provided you are sincere in your request. Aligning your life with Allah's guidance. One of the most transformative aspects of Surah Al-Fatiha is its heartfelt plea for guidance. When you recite, "Guide us to the straight path," you are not merely asking for direction, but surrendering your life to Allah's wisdom. This supplication is a profound reminder that true success stems from seeking and following Allah's guidance. It's a recognition that no matter how intelligent or resourceful you may be, alignment with the divine will is paramount. Transforming prayer through reflection. A man who felt distant from Allah realized his salah had become routine. By focusing on Surah Al-Fatiha, he transformed his prayer into a deeply personal act. When reciting, "Guide us to the straight path," he reflected on his struggles, inviting Allah's guidance into his life. This renewed focus brought him closer to Allah, reigniting his faith. Surah Al-Fatiha balances praise, supplication, and a plea for guidance. It teaches that prayer is not merely about asking, but also about expressing gratitude and reaffirming servitude. Repeating it in every rak'ah provides an opportunity to reset intentions and reconnect with Allah throughout the day. Unity and spiritual connection. Surah Al-Fatiha fosters unity among Muslims worldwide. Regardless of location or background, all believers recite this chapter in their prayers, creating a universal bond of worship and submission. Surah Al-Fatiha, a reminder of gratitude. Gratitude is at the heart of Surah Al-Fatiha, beginning with the phrase, "All praise is due to Allah, Lord of all the worlds." This opening declaration sets a tone of acknowledgement and appreciation for Allah's countless blessings. Focusing on Allah's role as creator, sustainer and provider shifts your perspective from what you lack to what you have. Gratitude becomes a source of strength, helping you face challenges with patience and recognize blessings even in adversity. Gratitude in practice. A man facing financial hardship made it a habit to thank Allah for his health, family, and ability to pray. Reflecting on "all praise is due to Allah" during Salah brought him peace and eventually opened doors to opportunities that improved his situation. Gratitude, as taught in Surah Al-Fatiha, transforms your mindset, attracting more blessings into your life. Even in times of grief, gratitude fosters trust in Allah's wisdom. A woman mourning a loved one found solace in reciting Surah Al-Fatiha and reflecting on Allah's mercy and perfect plan. This trust helped her heal and strengthened her faith. Gratitude as a path to purpose. Surah Al-Fatiha connects gratitude to your purpose. By praising Allah, you acknowledge His greatness, reminding yourself that every blessing, big or small, is a gift from Him. This broader perspective fosters humility, reminding you that your life is part of a much larger plan. For instance, a student struggling with academic pressure might find reassurance in reflecting on this truth, knowing that Allah's wisdom encompasses all things and that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Gratitude in Surah Al-Fatiha isn't confined to words, it's a call to action. By recognizing Allah's blessings, you're inspired to use them wisely and share them with others. For example, if Allah has blessed you with wealth, expressing gratitude might mean giving in charity. If you've been blessed with knowledge, it could mean teaching others. Gratitude transforms from a feeling into a way of life, where every action reflects your thankfulness to Allah. This reminder of gratitude also extends to the way you approach Salah. When you begin your prayer with "All praise is due to Allah," you set the tone for a worship experience rooted in appreciation. Instead of viewing Salah as an obligation, you see it as an opportunity to thank Allah for everything He has given you. Imagine someone who has just recovered from an illness. As they stand in Salah reciting Surah Al-Fatiha, the words "All praise is due to Allah" take on a deeply personal meaning. They're not just reciting, they're expressing heartfelt gratitude for the ability to stand, bow, and prostrate once again. This connection transforms their prayer into an act of love and thankfulness. Gratitude protects you from comparison. In a world where it's easy to focus on what others have, Surah Al-Fatiha reminds you that true fulfillment comes from acknowledging and appreciating Allah's blessings in your life. By reciting "All praise is due to Allah," you shift your focus from worldly desires to spiritual contentment, finding peace in knowing that Allah has given you exactly what you need. A continuous need for guidance. Seeking guidance isn't a one-time act. It's an ongoing necessity. Life is ever-changing, presenting new challenges that require Allah's direction. When you internalize this truth, prayer becomes more than a ritual. It becomes a daily commitment to recalibrate your life with the divine will. Whether facing small decisions like time management or life-altering choices such as marriage, guide us to the straight path serves as an anchor. Collective responsibility. Surah Al-Fatiha also emphasizes collective responsibility. When you say "guide us," you're praying not only for yourself, but for all believers, fostering unity and shared purpose. Surah Al-Fatiha, a source of healing and peace. Often referred to as Shifa, the cure, Surah Al-Fatiha holds the power to heal the soul, calm the heart, and provide clarity in times of confusion. Its words serve as a balm for spiritual ailments and a refuge in moments of distress. The opening verse, "All praise is due to Allah, Lord of all the worlds," sets a tone of gratitude and reassurance. It reminds you that Allah is the Lord of everything, the seen and unseen, the challenges you face and the solutions you seek. By praising Allah, you shift focus from struggles to the one who controls them, bringing peace through trust in His wisdom. Stories of healing through Surah Al-Fatiha. A man overwhelmed by job loss and financial anxiety found solace in nightly recitations of Surah Al-Fatiha. Reflecting on